Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another live this morning, and I hope you're not feeding the bears. Good to have you come on with us, and we're going to. I just want to finish up on some question and answers, and we'll talk about maybe a study or two. Brahim, numero uno, Mike number two. And you guys are always at the top of the food chain. I don't know what you do. You haven't told us your secret. Eric, right at the top. From Ottawa, Bill, how are you? Elaine, good morning. St. John's, Newfoundland. Francis Marie, good morning. And Mary from Norwich. And Nick from our staff. Jeanette from our staff. Back to back. Will you girls talk or what? Kevin from his car. Nellie. Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Micheline. Bonjour. Sonia. Beamsville. Louise. And Wendy from Markham. And Nina. Chatham, Kent. Madeleine, how are you? Kippawa. Gwen. Alberta. Carrie. Nebraska, Beverly, New Brunswick, Barbara, Thetford, and Susan, Florida, Fran, Orangeville, Laurie, good morning from the Kidneys of Canada, Niagara Falls, Fran, Val, Karen, Frida, Sudbury, and Barbara, Cape Breton, Judy, good morning, and Milika, Stouffville, Heather, Miramashi, Mira whatever, Dave, good morning, Sandy, Chilliwack, British Columbia, and man, oh man, it's bright and early. Washington State, Ronald says hello. Marianne, how are you? Rita, good morning. And Linda, upstate Ontario, is that what did you have there? Lise, how are you? Annette, Nouveau Brunswick, Lynn, from Aurora. Lisa Marie, good morning. And Dang, how do you say your name? Dang. Sharon, how are you? Kitty, from Kelowna. Karen, Little Britain. And Douglas, good morning to ya. Cheryl, I didn't miss you, did I, Cheryl? I didn't mean to. Leela, good morning. Couple more. Anne, Moncton, New Brunswick. Bonnie, and Monette, how are you? And Wendy, I didn't mean to miss you, Wendy. Michelle and Bob, Windsor, Deborah, Oklahoma. Dang, hello. Victoria, good morning. Terry, Prince Rupert, and Darlene, Saskatchewan. Anne, good morning. Lori from Cambridge. Andrea from Nouveau Brunswick, bonjour. And Donna from Park Hill. Lucy, I want to sing all these. John, how are you, my friend? And Sandy from Alberta. Rosemary from Ingleside. Eva, good morning. Okay, let's get back to some of these questions here. And Marg asking about food intolerances. Okay? Do you think I ever saw that in my practice? Big time. Food intolerances. Marg says, what do food intolerances resolve themselves? Now, as she's asking me about salicylates, oxalates, and histamine. Always remember, Marg, when you have food intolerances, it's not the food. Okay, that's important. It's not the food, it's you. Okay? Whenever anyone ever told me about any food intolerance, but especially when they tell me they got histamine intolerance, you know what that means? You got leaky gut. Big time. Okay? You got leaky gut big time. It's your gut, Mark. It's not the food. I mean, oxalates are found in almost everything. Okay? And it's not oxalates. It's you. Okay? Look in the mirror. Who do you see? Me. In French, moi. Okay? And look, Marg, I'm not blaming you. It's just the way it is. Probably comes back to haunt you from your childhood. I saw it in the office a million times. People that were on antibiotics as kids, comes back to bite them later on in life. Not always, but often. Believe you me when I tell you that. So you develop leaky gut. Things get in your bloodstream. Your body overreacts to it. You get an immune response to food, and you shouldn't. Okay, you shouldn't. You don't get an immune response to food ordinarily unless you have leaky gut. And then your body recognizes that food as something that's foreign. And it creates inflammation. It creates problems in the gut and elsewhere. But again, you've got to mend the broken heart. No, you got to mend the broken gut or gut-blood barrier. Fix it. Takes a long time to fix it. You want to knit everything. That's why I would start probiotics. I would have you on bone broth in order to get L-glutamine high to patch up leaky gut. I like quercetin. Quercetin is anti-allergy, but the reason it's so good anti-allergy is because it helps to mend leaky gut. Okay? Probiotics. Big time. So if Marg, remember, look in the mirror and say, the problem is inside of me. It's not those foods. It's not those foods. And yes, over the years, thousands upon thousands, if they listen and stick to the plan and stick to the protocol, they improve big time. Now, some people, they still have sensitivities, and they got to be careful, and they got better, but they always had a weakness there, and they got to deal with that. Okay? They got to deal with that. So that's what, thanks for the question, Marg. It's a very good question. And, there is help for sure. Okay? Is it going to be completely resolved? Maybe. I've seen it happen. But better for sure. I think, Anita, I think I answered this the other day, but people are asking me every day about coffee. What about instant coffee? Well, that's all right. I think I might have answered it saying, look, here's my philosophy, Martin Clinic. Good, better, best. Okay? Instant coffee is good. It's still vitamin C. Okay? And by the way, I don't know if I posted this or not. If I didn't, I will post it after. New study on coffee. Listen, everyone, listen. New study on coffee just came out. Do you know that coffee fights COVID? And people, they think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy. Oh, that Dr. Martin, he's a Looney Tune. Okay? I've heard that many a time in my life. Especially when I had a radio show. The powers to be didn't necessarily like it. But, have I not been consistent about coffee being the real vitamin C? And guys, Yeah, you think I'm sort of joking a little bit about that, but I'm not joking about that. You give me ascorbic acid, okay? You eat an orange, okay? You eat an orange. You get vitamin C. True or false? True, okay? Is that good for you? Yeah, it's good for you. But if you drink a coffee, you're getting the real vitamin C. Not vitamin C specifically. But when you drink coffee, you get a multivitamin. It's got 1,000 phytonutrients, including quercetin. It is so complex and complete. It really is a supplement. Okay? And they're showing that even for COVID, that coffee is effective. Imagine that. It's effective. Because it's a polyphenol. It's got 1,000 nutrients to it. Or more. And look, guys. So coffee's good. Don't let anybody tell you coffee's no good for you. Okay? And I'm telling you, I categorize it, and I've been right about this, as a vitamin. Remember, we got our own vitamins, right? We have our own vitamins. Vitamin C is coffee, right? And vitamin W is water. Do you think I like those? Yeah, I classified them. They're vitamins. They're vitamins. You need to supplement. And if you're going to supplement with vitamin C, and I've talked about this many a time too. I don't dislike vitamin C, okay? The other one, ascorbic acid. I don't dislike it. I mean that. And if in a protocol for cancer, and if you could get vitamin C injected in a drip so that you can get an enormous amount of it in your body at one time, I think it's an effective treatment for cancer, okay? But the problem is who's going to do it for you, okay? But just taking vitamin C orally, no, you can't take enough of it, in my opinion. That's why you're much better off drinking coffee than taking a supplement of vitamin C, in my opinion. I think I'm right. I know I'm right. Okay. I know I'm right. But in terms of a protocol, I knew oncologists that like giving high doses of vitamin C in a drip. And I like that. Okay? I like that as a treatment. Anyway, okay? Thanks for the question, and we appreciate it. Or that wasn't even it was Anita asking about instant coffee, right? So there's instant coffee, there's coffee, okay, and decaf, okay? It's not the caffeine, it's the bean, okay? That sort of rhymes. It's not the caffeine, it's the bean, okay? And when our good for you coffee is coming to a theater near you, this is a coffee that we searched out. And the amount of phytonutrients in it it's like I said, good, better, the best that I've ever found. Okay? And it's so good for you. Anywho, Marlene, I didn't get to this the other day. My husband's got, his blood pressure is high for 2 weeks. Oh, maybe I did answer this. He eats mostly eggs, meat, and cheese for a year with the occasional treats, wondering for insight, blood pressure at 180 over 90 or 91. Well, that is high blood pressure. And I would have it checked out, Marlene, because it's not EMC that's doing it. It's not food, obviously. Okay, he's not eating a lot of sugar. Sugar can elevate your blood pressure, not salt. Okay, sugar can. Kidneys, but you got to check that out. I mean, I wouldn't hang around and not think about 180 over 90. I'm big on that second number. Look, 180 is too high, but I'm really, really big on that second number. And anything over 90 is something that I worry about. Okay, that's too high. You don't want that. Get it checked out. Might have an infection. Might have a low-grade infection. Doesn't even know it. Might be fighting a virus or something like that. That can happen. Blood pressure can go up temporarily. But if you're monitoring it and it's staying high, get it checked. Okay? Get it checked. Brad. I answered Brad the other day. Oh, Jerry, how would I treat low, did I do this? See, now I don't remember. Low carbon dioxide. Well, look, if you have low carbon dioxide in your blood, usually something's going on. I used to see that with people that had adrenal issues like Addison's or Cushing's. Okay? That can be, I've seen low carbon dioxide in blood when they're dehydrated, chronic dehydration, or even acidosis in with diabetes. That's not good. But again, if you're, I mean, Jerry, I don't know what happened. No symptoms found in regular blood work. Wasn't low 3 months ago. And your doctor didn't seem to be too concerned about it? Well, I wouldn't be that concerned about it. Could it go low? Yeah, dehydration can do it. You might have been dehydrated on the last time you took your blood. And you could get low carbon dioxide in your blood because of it. Okay? Okay. Gail is asking about what is coffee and its effects on glaucoma. Well, it would only be good, Gail. Wouldn't be negative. Okay? Coffee wouldn't be negative for your eyes. Very, very good for your eyes. Why? Microcirculation. Everything in the eyeball has to do with circulation. Okay? It's circulation. And coffee, really good for that. Okay? Really good for it. And when the blood supply goes down, that's how you get that pressure and glaucoma. That's why I loved Navitol, by the way. It opens up blood vessels, gives you nitric oxide, elevates it. So does B12. Lucy is asking me about a specific protocol for hyperthyroidism. Okay? And look, if I saw hyperthyroidism in my office, one thing for sure, they were usually a mess with other factors. Now, again, I bring you back to the thyroid. The thyroid is a complicated organ. It's complicated. Why is it? Because it's got lots of strings attached. Okay? It's like a puppet. You got the brain involved with the hypothalamus, your pituitary gland. You have your liver is involved with your thyroid. The conversion of T4 to T3, that's where it usually gets messed up. It's not the thyroid specifically, although you can have an autoimmune disease like Graves. But the protocol is really to balance out. Whenever I saw hyperthyroidism and even hypothyroid, I always, for me, looked at the underlying cause. The thyroid is a puppet. It's usually not the primary place to look. Okay? Like Tony Jr. loves to say, the thyroid gets framed for something. It gets framed for the crime that it did not commit. It's not the thyroid that committed the crime. It's usually the gut, leaky thyroid. And that can send your thyroid thyroid hormone up big time, giving you hyperthyroidism. Your eyes are bulging out. Your heart is racing. Everything is going at 100 miles an hour. But I find estrogen dominance can be a factor in that. I find cortisol can be a factor in that. I find that the liver, fatty liver, can be a problem. The liver is not clean, and that can be a factor. Isn't it amazing once you clean up your diet that the thyroid really gets benefits from EMC, eggs, meat, and cheese? Okay? So balance out the probiotics, obviously. They're usually low in vitamin D. They're usually low in B12, yada, yada, yada. Thanks for the question, Lucy. Okay, Joyce, is getting up to the bathroom interrupting sleep going to keep the brain from cleaning? I love those questions, Joyce. Good question. Okay, now, when you're a senior, put your hand up if you're a senior, okay? You're a senior, okay? Oh, my hand's up. I'm a senior. Okay. What happens when you're a senior? Usually, not always, usually. Ladies, bladder. It ain't what it used to be, right? And you're up. Men, prostate. It ain't what it used to be, okay? And you're up. You gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta go for a pee. Okay. But it's a good question, Joyce, because look, you get up. I get up, I try not to drink water after a certain time at night. I drink a lot of water, by the way. And, okay. But I try and be careful because if I sort of stop around, 7 o'clock or so and not drink anymore, for me, I'm rarely up at night. I might get up, okay? Especially if I was working out and I needed to drink more water, whatever, okay? At the end of the day, you wake up. But if you go back to sleep, doesn't take you long, okay? And you're back to sleep, the repair mechanism's still working. It's a good question. Where in sleep interruption does the glymphatic system not work properly? Well, interrupted sleep, I don't think is the end of the world, but depending on whether you're getting back to sleep or not, in a, 5-10 minute type of period. You go back to sleep, your brain goes right back into the self-cleaning oven. Your brain starts to clean itself. So thanks for the question. I think you're going to be just fine, Joyce. Okay, Paul, and I don't remember anything that I did the other day because I talk so much. Okay, Paul. Should I increase my protein intake to 200 grams daily in order to prevent possible sarcopenia in the future? Well, Paul, I'm not a measurer, okay? Some people like to measure the amount of protein they eat in a day. I don't do that. When you talk about sarcopenia, food is important, okay? Food is important, and protein especially. Protein is the king of the castle, and carbs are the dirty rascal when it comes to sarcopenia, muscle loss, okay? But at the end of the day, what's the best vitamin? steel. Sun, steak, and steel. And I mean it. Okay? Because your muscles, they're going to respond to resistant exercises. Get stronger, Paul. That's more important than the amount of protein that you eat. But if you eat eggs, meat, and cheese, like you should, then absolutely you will not get sarcopenia. Okay? You won't get sarcopenia. But you need to do both. If you want to measure up to 200 grams of protein, that ain't going to kill you. I think I eat more than that in a day. I love protein. I like protein the way God gave it to us. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Dairy. Okay? Protein, protein, protein. I love protein with fat. Okay? I like the two. I don't like protein with carbs. And I don't like fat and carbs like a donut. I like protein and fat. Okay? So thanks for the question. We appreciate it, Paul. Okay? And your A1C is 5.6. Well, a little bit too high. You want it to be below 5.4. 5.4 is the line. You're above 5.4, you're definitely got insulin resistance, okay? I think I answered these, okay? Liette, which supplements would you recommend for pregnant women? Well, men can't get pregnant. How's that? If that's too woke for you, you're on the wrong program. I don't care. Oh, I get a headache when I think about that. Anyway, what brought that up? Oh, yeah, pregnant women. What do I like? B6, okay? Specifically, vitamin B6 is good. The other one, ginger, okay? A ginger supplement can be very helpful with nausea. And you ladies out there, why don't you get on right now and give some other ideas, okay? I have never been pregnant, so I can't tell you from personal experience. I can only tell you what I recommended in the office, okay? Anything else? Okay. That was Liette. And Laura's asking about a stubborn sty in the eye, on the lid. Usually what's happening if it's stubborn, coming back, reoccurring, it's not really a bacteria there. Bacteria might sit there. Here's Dr. Martin. Fungus. Fungus. Don't feed the bears. Okay? So be very careful with that. Okay? Laura, be careful with that. The other thing that I found really, really good is high DHA. Lubrication. Okay? Lubrication. Eyelid. Lubrication. DHA, there's nothing like it for that. Okay? So, and probiotics, but you can't just put it in your eye. You got to do it internally. But get rid of yeast, because that's usually what's happening, Laura. Okay, I think I got everybody now. Barbara wanted to know about a protein C deficiency. Well, that's a very rare disorder. I think I've seen it. And they're missing enzymes. And not good. Okay? What else? Oh, I know one that I forgot the other day. Hold on now. Okay, rosemary. Remember rosemary? I forgot the other day to come back because I saw the question, but I had something else in my head. Does that ever happen? Yep, happens frequently. And I call it a senior card. I pull it out and say, hey, I'm a senior. That's why I forgot. It's a wonderful card. You can pull it out as often as you want. Now, people don't necessarily believe you, but I pull it out all the time. Okay? And lipedema is when you get, usually in the lower legs, really big legs, like fat buildup, lip, okay? Lipa, okay? Lipa, lipo, it's fat, okay? And why is that? Well, usually when I used to see it in the office, it was hormonal. Usually came after pregnancy, where all your progesterone is left in the placenta and the body didn't make enough. You got estrogen coming out both ears. And one of the effects of that can be lipedema. When else did I say it? Yeah, hormonal usually. Hormonal. Okay? And you try and get that estrogen dominance down. Estrogen's a growth hormone, by the way. Why do you think, ladies, it's so stubborn trying to lose weight, right? So I think I answered everything. Okay, I think I got them all now. Hey, that's perfect timing. Perfect timing. We're just question and answer Monday. Let me just see. I'm going to look at my notes and see if there was any other questions that I should answer here. I can do it now. Somebody asked me a question the other day. Let's see if I can see it. I don't see it. Yeah, I talked about anxiety, what to do about it. There was somebody else asking me a question the other day, and I thought I wrote it down, but I don't see it here. The senior card is being pulled again. Okay. Guys, are you having fun? Okay. We're still going to do question and answer Friday. Okay, so send in your questions. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I hope are you all ready for Christmas? Okay. Ready or not, here it comes. Okay. And anyway, I got some good studies that have come out. I want to talk to you about them this week and pontificate on them. And we appreciate you guys big time, more than you know. The best audience in the world is my audience. The Doctor is in audience, okay? We've hit over 85,000 followers on our Facebook. Never mind the podcast on your favorite devices, okay? You know how to download a podcast? I do. Now, if I can do it, okay? If I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay? Guys, we love you dearly. We'll talk to you soon.